Namo Amitabha Buddha. So some people ask, what happened if I die in a coma or if I die in an accident all of a sudden? Can we still gain rebirth? So if one dies in a coma or die in an accident, die all of a sudden, what happens is that as long as our last thoughts are on Amitabha Buddha, we believe in Amitabha Buddha and we wish to gain rebirth, then we can still gain rebirth. So our last thoughts are extremely important to determine where we will go to our next life. And for people who are in a cycle of reincarnation, if our last thoughts are anger, are fear, are all these negative emotions, and it's very likely we may fall into the bad realms. But if our last thoughts are on Amitabha Buddha and we believe in him, we believe that we can gain rebirth to the Pure Land, then Amitabha Buddha will come to receive us. So some people also ask, does that mean I could just practice this at the time of death? Not really, because at the time of death, a lot of things could happen. If we die in an accident, for most people, it's very difficult for them to remain calm. For most people, their last thoughts will probably not be Amitabha Buddha. So it's really not that easy. That's why we need to practice this Nianfo meditation, this Amitabha recitation constantly in every day of our life. Because we never know when anything could happen to us. We never know when death could happen to us. Especially in this world nowadays, we see so many accidents happening everywhere, virus, and so many things that could just kill people. Our life is really in a moment of breath. Impermanence could happen at any time. So that is why we really need to cultivate a habit of remembering to recite the name of Amitabha Buddha all the time, constantly in our life, to ensure that at the time of death, our last thoughts will be on Amitabha Buddha. If our last thoughts are not on Amitabha Buddha, if we think of something else, then we will not be able to gain rebirth. So that's why we really need to cultivate this habit of reciting the name of Amitabha Buddha regularly, constantly, as much as possible in our life. And if we are on the road, always remember to recite the name of Amitabha Buddha just in case if any accident happened, impermanent happened to us. I remember from my flight from Tibet to a city in mainland China, the flight felt like it could just crash in any moment. And everyone was screaming on the flight. I had no time to scream. I was like, Namo Amituofo Buddha, Namo Amituofo, Namo Amituofo, Namo Amituofo the whole time. Because I want to ensure that if anything happened, then my consciousness could leave this body in peace and land in the Pure Land. So even if there is fear in you, there are other emotions bottled up in you, you still need to remember to chant the name of Namo Amituofo Buddha, no matter what happens. So for true Nianfo practitioners, we can actually transcend the fear of death because we know that where we will go after death. We know that no matter what happens, if we remember Amitabha Buddha, then our consciousness could land in the best land possible. We could gain the best possible rebirth for a human on earth. So I'll also start to host a weekly free online Nianfo meditation or Amitabha chanting every Sunday. If you're interested, you could join me. I'll put the link below in the description box. And the event details are on Facebook and we will use Zoom. And you can join me wherever you are so we can all practice Nianfo together to cultivate a habit of remembering to chant the name of Amitabha Buddha whenever and wherever to help us obtain peace of mind, to always be in the here now. And if anything happens to us in this impermanent world, we will be fine. And we know that our consciousness will be in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, which is the best land in the universe, at least one of. Namo Amituofo Buddha.